What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. Big shout out to my doggy, Geroid McAllister, for coming through and boosting up the coins. So, we got an update for you, man, right now, regarding the assailant of Purple Aki, aka Ebenezer Tete, aka definitely isn't 36 years old in a million years. Dillian Whyte, yeah? His aired out Deontay Wilder, and I gotta say this, there's a moody card coming up. I think I covered it the other day. It was the April 26th card with Turki, his turbulency. Let's get it up. Turki, April card. It sucked, really, I'm gonna be honest. Bunch of Bummingtons on there, yeah? Proper full of Bummingtons. Eubank and Ben was the only half decent fight on there. That's the truth. So where is it here? I can't even find it. Essentially, it was Hen versus Eubank, Yard versus Arthur Free, and then a bunch of bums. I can't even remember their name. Yeah, I think Vidal fighting Chef Clark. I'm not sure, but that might have been an alright one. Either way, come on, get Dillian Whyte and Wilder on there, man. Come on, you can't. I can't believe. Or maybe I can actually. Wilder loves fighting bums, but at this point you'd like to think Dillian Whyte's a bum. That would be a great fight to make. What are they doing? I don't understand what these guys are doing. Dillian Whyte's quiet as well. I don't know what Dillian Whyte's. I don't know what his play is here. Has Dillian Whyte had a conversation with Turki? Forget about AJ for now, Dillian, if I was you. Wilder, though. I can't believe Turki isn't going to want to watch you, sit there and watch you and Wilder have a shake-off. Yeah, I find that very hard to believe. There's no way Turki's not going to invite Dillian Whyte and Deontay Wilder to one of his famous shake-off parties. Do you understand, people? There's no way. Yeah, because what Dillian Whyte brings is, yeah, he's not in the best shape, but what Dillian Whyte does bring is, he's got the bulbous cushion for the pushing look. Yeah, some zesties, they like a man who's got more, you know what I mean? You see them ones there. Not everyone likes the lean ones. They like the bears. That's what I'm getting at here. There'll be some Saudi zesties, yeah, who enjoy the bears with a big hairy chest and big bulbous bodies. That's Dillian Whyte for you. He's a bare bottom. He's a bare bottom, people. He's a bare twink. That's the truth. That's his role. They bring him in. Take it anyway. No, but seriously though, why ain't Dillian on the phone with Turki? I get it, he's washed up. I get it, he's beating up old people. Maybe Turki's not impressed. The question is, was Dillian Whyte dishonourable? Punching up someone who's 60 years old. Is Turki pissed off thinking, come on Dillian. Yeah, I can't have you in there abusing old people like Ebenezer 60-year-old Tete, aka Purple Aki's brother on his dad's side. And then promoting you as a real boxer. See that one there? But in all seriousness, let's get to the quotes now, which induced this video. Dillian Whyte in the last few days came out and I don't know what he's doing again, but he came out having a go on Wilder, which is great to hear. He said the following: Wilder is the biggest fraud in the history of boxing. I don't know about that though. Fraudley Harrison. He's on both of them. You got Fraudley Harrison Jr., which is Anthony Johnson. Yeah, sorry, Anthony Harrison, and then you got Fraudley Harrison Sr., which is Audley Harrison. Who's the biggest fraud? You have to, people, what a lot of you man don't understand is, AJ's not a fraud, whoop-de-whoop. Fraud is relative to the amount of coin you've dug. Does that make sense? Yeah. How much coin did Fraudley Harrison Sr., the first one, really make? You can't really call him a fraud. He didn't make no money like that, right? AJ, in reality, he's made a bunch of money. What's he done? He's beat no prime fighters. Vlad was 45 years old. Okay, the only one prime win I can think of is Parker, to be honest. Everyone else was well old and washed up. They were leftovers from Vlad's era, which was weak anyway, but they was leftovers. That's how his career was built. He got in there with one dude, Andy Ruiz, got popped. Usyk got popped. Everyone else was old. Pulev old. Povetkin old. Who else you want was in there? Takam was old. Yeah? So I'm not sure Wilder's the biggest fraud. I tell you, like, who's worse, AJ or Wilder? It's got to be Wilder, tell the truth. It's got to be Wilder. He's useless. He proper is useless, man. Unless he's fighting bums. At least AJ might not have performed the best with people his own age, but he could handle the middle ground, the mid-level dudes like Povetkin's and Napulev. Wilder, he didn't fight none of them. Ortiz, he did fight Ortiz. You know what? As old as Ortiz was, he couldn't be any worse than Povetkin. That would have been an interesting fight, to be fair. Let's see what's really what here. But again, we don't know if these Wilder fights with Ortiz was rigged. Yeah, they could have been rigged, seriously. Not even just saying that. It's well weird. He knocked him out in the first fight. Why are you rematching him for? He said, oh, well, me and my daughter, or him and his daughter, and me and my daughter, we got similar things going on, so I'm going to put him on. So if a man knows that you're putting him on to help his daughter, is he going to go in there and try and take your head off? Or is he going to be in there 70 years old? Or people, that second fight, Luis Ortiz dropped his hands, looked at Wilder, and started smiling. And Wilder just put the backhand on him. That's ridiculous. I've never seen nothing like it. And then Ortiz flops on the floor, with his legs in the air, in the gynecological position. Yeah, legs in the air, upside. That is just bad look, I ain't gonna lie. Proper corny look. So I don't believe that fight was real, to tell the truth. So Wilder is the biggest fraud, to be fair to Dillian. A proper fraud. As far as world champions go. Fraudley Harrison never made it to world championship status. Wilder's up there. He really is in the GOAT conversation. Especially when the way even people these days, to this day, people still talk about his power. Oh, that power. The power. People, what power are you talking about? Because Joseph Parker wants to know, right? Let's call a spade here. What power? Because Joseph Parker wants to know. What power? Yeah. Ask Tyson Fury as well. He wants to know what power are you talking about? Because he couldn't finish his dinner 3 times with Fury. Couldn't finish his dinner with Parker. Couldn't do anything with Parker. Oh, well, he's not got the same. No. There's levels to the game. And if you're really that devastating in power, people like Joe Parker shouldn't be hanging with you on your worst day, if that makes sense. This wasn't like Parker's the second coming of Muhammad, Imad, Shaka Zulu, Genghis Khan. Yeah. It's Joseph Parker, man. People, Slow Joyce. Slow Joyce had to go on Parker. Popped his cherry for him. So stop playing. If Slow Joyce can get off, he's right there. Parker's right there. Wilder's no good. Anyway, Dillian Whyte goes on. Wilder's a complete coward who avoided me for 5 years. He's a disgrace and has since been exposed repeatedly. Shouldn't he be chasing rematches with Parker and Zhang? He's a fool and has no shame. Oh, he's not, Dillian, to be fair. I'm trying to work out here. Deontay Wilder has also been mentioned as an option for Joshua, despite getting back-to-back defeats. So at this point, what Dillian Whyte's doing is he's just shilling. He feels like Dillian Whyte's acting like a jealous girlfriend. He thinks AJ's his boyfriend. And at this point, he's basically saying, oh, well, Wilder, you should leave my man alone because you lost. You should be chasing Zhang and Parker for rematches. AJ's my man. Who gives a fuck? Fight, but you two should get in there. You're both finished. How about that? Well, Dillian Whyte, in his last few years, Dillian Whyte's identity has become Anthony Joshua is my boyfriend. That's how it feels. He's proper like, you can see it here. Oh well, Wilder's got no right to be fighting my man. What are you on about? What right have you got, Dillian? Why are you? Oh well, when me and AJ fight, we have a special thing going on. That's what he says here. Look, here we go. He says it here. AJ will turn up to fight me. If me and AJ fight, if we're 100 years old, he'll turn up to fight me. It's proper like, oh yeah, well, me and AJ, you know what I mean? Yeah, the one's there. You know, if you had a really messy relationship and you've been splitting up and getting back together for a decade, your partner may talk this way about you. Yeah, well, we'll fight and we'll split up and we'll both get married. But 100 years from now, we're going to be back together again. That's Dillian Whyte for you, man. What's he done in the last 3 years? He got knocked out by Tyson Fury in 22, right? Was it 22 or 23? I think it was 22. He got knocked out by Fury 3 years ago. What's he done since? So now it's clear what he's trying to do. Dig pocket. Which is, I don't know, really get the play here. Turki's around, and Turki's not all about just making pinnacle fights, clearly. He's putting on Eubank versus Ben. There's no relevance there at all. Neither have world championships. Neither have really done much at the peak of the game, but yet he's making it. If I was Dillian Whyte, again, I don't know what he's doing. How is everyone else getting flown out for the Saudi shake-offs parties, the parties? How is everyone else getting flown out for the Saudi shake-off parties? And Dillian Whyte's just sitting here on Sky Sports trying to beg AJ for the fight still. Get out there, get flown out, Dillian. Get in the mix and pitch Wilder. I want to see that fight, ain't gonna lie. Yeah, this April 26th card is dead. It's proper dead. Get Lyndon Arthur and Yard off that card and put Wilder and Dillian Whyte on there. Seriously, there's intrigue there for that fight. I don't know why Dillian Whyte just begging for the AJ fight all the time for. AJ's finished himself. It's not like he's got a belt or anything. He's well finished. He's proper finished. Is it the case? I think it's possible though that, number one, Dillian might not think he can win. Oh, I can't believe that though. I can't believe Dillian Whyte wouldn't think he'd win the Wilder fight. But that'd be a great, if Dillian Whyte beat Wilder, or if Wilder beat AJ. Sorry, if Dillian Whyte beat Wilder, or if Wilder beat Dillian Whyte, that'd be a great stepper to almost enforce an AJ fight. Right now, I think AJ's looking for the Deontay Wilder fight anyway. He needs a builder. Dillian Whyte seems completely knocked out. Well, Dillian Whyte could cuck AJ. If you can get that Wilder fight, I don't know what Wilder's like psychologically. You'd like to think though, if he has anything masculine about him and he wants to return, why would you not want to fight Dillian Whyte? His feet are stuck in the mud. He looks finished, well finished. As finished as Wilder looks, Dillian Whyte looks worse to me. I've got to be honest. At least Wilder could do 12 rounds, whether they were rubbish or not. He did make it 12 rounds with Parker. Dillian Whyte wouldn't make it 12 rounds with Parker. He wouldn't. I'm sorry. He would not. Off that form against Ebenezer Tete, he was absolutely hanging out of his arse in that fight. He's not in championship fight shape. So on that basis, why wouldn't Wilder go in there? I'd have Wilder as finished as he is starching Dillian Whyte at this point. After that last fight. His last few fights, that Christian Hammer fight sucked as well. It proper sucked. So if Wilder's coming back, he should be saying, you know what, that's a good builder. After he lost to Parker, yeah, the Zhang fight was never a builder, was it? He was always going to get smoked in that, most likely. So Wilder's clearly got something about him. He's daring. Why not fight Dillian Whyte? That's a daring-ish-ism fight, but one that's clearly winnable for Wilder. Turkey, man, step up. Put this fight on somewhere in May or on the April 26th card. He's got this all over it. That'd be a banger to put on there. Seriously. Co-main. Eubank and Ben. Wilder versus Whyte. We need that one. I guess the argument is, well, YB, maybe Turkey's plotting and planning to do... What was it? To do AJ and Wilder, but... Wilder needs a win, right? Wilder needs a win, to be honest. He's had 2 losses, embarrassing losses on the trot. In fact, you could do a... I'm trying to think, actually, no. How could you do this? Okay, AJ's already beaten Bonga. Get them 4 in the mix. Dillian Whyte, Wilder, Mbonga, and AJ. Who would you have in that mix somewhere? Maybe Wilder and Mbonga, and AJ and Dillian Whyte. That's the kind of thing I'm thinking now. That'd be intriguing. They're C-tier heavyweights now. But we'd all be lying here and say there isn't intrigue, right? We're all lying to ourselves if you said, oh, I'm not going to watch Wilder versus Mbonga. That's a lie. We're going to watch it, to tell the truth, right? We're also going to watch AJ versus Dillian Whyte if it's on. What's the other way of doing it? if you had Wilder versus AJ first. Probably not the best way of doing it. So you got to do it that way, basically. You've got to do, because AJ's already fought in Bonga, so you got to do AJ and Whyte, and Wilder and Bonga, and then the winners fight the winners. Concept, surely. Scrap that. I just want to see Wilder and Whyte. That fight should happen. But neither man, weirdly, in an era where they love making money, maybe I'm wrong on the numbers. Maybe Wilder versus Whyte isn't really a big fight. It's bigger than the bum. Look, this is what I don't understand about Wilder. The bum he's booking to fight, allegedly. What was his name? Curtis Harper, whatever it was. That sucks. How many millions are you making for that? And apparently he's fighting on Black Prime, which is kind of like a... You know what I mean? It's one of them BLK power ones. Power to the people channels. What's better? Why not get Dillian Whyte on there? That would do better numbers than this Curtis Harper. So a lot of it's questionable. Dillian Whyte hasn't called for it. Turkey seems to be on holiday somewhere. Not doing his job properly, to tell the truth. And Wilder, no one's putting the dots together here. This is an obvious play here. Obvious play, I'd have thought. Both men can... Dillian Whyte and Wilder could look at that fight and say, I like this to get me back in there. Right? You can see Wilder shot to bits, and you can see Dillian Whyte shot to bits. It makes sense. Instead, Wilder's fighting a bum. Dillian Whyte's probably going to have to hang around and fight a bum because his wannabe girlfriend don't want to fight him. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. People, smash the like button, subscribe. Let off the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this. Some people stop it.